The September 11, 2001 attacks, now often referred to simply as 9/11, were a series of coordinated terrorist attacks upon the United States, which were carried out with meticulous planning. That morning, 19 men affiliated with Al-Qaeda hijacked 4 commercial passenger jetliners. The pilots of 2 teams crashed their planes into the Twin Towers of the World Trade Center in New York City, which caused both towers to collapse within 2 hours. The pilot of the 3rd team crashed a plane into the Pentagon in Arlington County, Virginia. Passengers and members of the flight crew of the 4th hijacked aircraft attempted to retake control of their plane from the hijackers. That plane crashed into a field in rural Somerset County, Pennsylvania. In total, approximately 3,000 people died as a result of these attacks. It is the image of 2 tall towers crumbling to the ground that will ensure that 9/11 will remain a most notable event in the history books. The United States government determined that the Al-Qaeda organization and its leader, Osama bin Laden, bore responsibility for the attacks. Bin Laden initially denied but later admitted involvement in the incidents. Shortly before the US presidential elections in 2004, in a taped statement, bin Laden publicly acknowledged Al-Qaeda's involvement in the attacks on the US and admitted his direct link to them. Approximately 1 month after the attacks, the United States led a broad coalition of international forces into Afghanistan in pursuit of Al-Qaeda ringleaders. The Taliban government refused to extradite any individuals and was eventually toppled as the US-led forces attacked and sought to capture members of what it referred to as a terrorist organization. In New York, at first rescue and then recovery efforts took months to complete. It took several weeks simply to put out the fires burning in the rubble of the buildings, and the cleanup was not completed until May 2002. The death toll of 9/11 may yet climb even higher, as toxic debris resulting from the collapse of the Twin Towers included asbestos, lead and mercury, as well as unprecedented levels of dioxin. This has led to debilitating illnesses among rescue and recovery workers and the death of 1 police officer. When the towers were being planned, the designers factored in the possibility of an accidental plane strike. They modelled the effect of a hit by the largest aircraft of the day, the Boeing 707-320, and presumably calibrated their design to withstand it. However, the planes that struck the towers were much larger than the 707 and did considerably more damage. The concept of a World Trade Center complex originated with Nelson and David Rockefeller in the 1950s as a far-sighted attempt to revitalize Lower Manhattan. In 1970, construction was completed on World Trade Center 1, with its first tenants moving into the building in December. On any given day, some 50,000 people worked in the towers, with another 200,000 passing through as visitors. The complex was so large that it had its own postal zip code. When completed in 1972, the World Trade Center became the tallest building on Earth, unseating the Empire State Building after a 40-year reign. The Twin Towers were a significant icon of New York's skyline until 8:46 a.m. on Tuesday, the 11th of September, 2001. In the aftermath of the attacks, many US citizens held the view that the attacks had changed the world forever. The Bush administration declared a war on terrorism.
The people who knocked these buildings down will hear all of us soon.
The stated goals of bringing Osama bin Laden and Al-Qaeda to justice and preventing the emergence of other terrorist networks. The war still rages today,